a normal year, like this year, 2011, the facility will get used about 300 days out of the year. Now we have our major events, the Rolex 24 with Grand Am, the Daytona 500, and NASCAR. We have motorcycle racing in March, and then another stock car race in July. But we also host numerous tests, club events. This coming weekend, the Audi Club will be here, rents the track for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They'll have several hundred members here that run the full road course that we run for the sports cars. In December, the end of December, we have go-karts race here on 3 different tracks. We use the flat track outside turn 2. We use the big course for the enduros, and we have a sprint track down inside NASCAR turns 3 and 4. So go-karts run here the week between Christmas and New Year's. We come right out of the holidays with testing for Grand Am. We'll have a test for NASCAR, and then the 50th anniversary of the Rolex 24, as I said before. 2012 is Daytona's 53rd season. The track opened in 1959 with the first Daytona 500. A couple interesting points about the 50th anniversary. We've really placed a lot of focus. That is a big deal for us, for sports car racing in North America, the 50th anniversary of the Rolex. The big deal we're doing is we're doing our best to acquire all of the winning cars. So of the 49 races that have run, it's the 50th anniversary, but they took a year off during the gas crunch in the 70s. We know that 42 cars exist, and our goal is to acquire about, I think we're trying to get to 35 of them. So just recently we announced that we got the 1993 number 98 Eagle GTP, and this list is impressive. We have the number 96 RCO Racing Lotus Climax 19B that won the very first Continental race. We've got a Ford GT Mark II from 1966, a Porsche from 68, Chevy from 69. I know there's a smattering of Ferraris in there, and there's the big find was some winning cars that are in Europe that we're just finalizing the deal on to get them shipped over. So those cars will be on display at the Ocean Center for Thursday night gala. We'll bring them out here, display them outside the facility, and then they're going to participate in a parade lap the morning of the race, and then be on display throughout the Rolex 24, January 28th and 29th. Tickets are on sale. Visit DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com or call 1-800-PIT-SHOP and for that and all the races. Right after the Rolex 24, we'll be getting into the stock car portion. We run the Budweiser Shootout on February 18th, the Daytona 500, February 26th. Roll into motorcycles. You'll look at our nice green football field. We're just growing in some ryegrass in a specialized pattern. That grass pattern is an innovation in all of sports. We aren't able to mat the grass like a baseball field does because we put foot traffic on there for pre-race activities. So we've actually planted 2 different kinds of ryegrass, annual and perennial, to get the distinction between the colors. So last year we had broad stripes as a test. This year we went with stars and waves. So we'll tear that up right after the Daytona 500 and put a Supercross course in there. Supercross will run March 10th. Then we run motorcycle road racing with AMA Pro. March 17th is the Daytona 200. Then we'll sprig that football field and get ready for our July race. But as I said, we stay very busy around here with all types of testing, on-track activity. That's a quick summary of Daytona International Speedway's business. We know y'all are in town for the Racing Industry Show in Orlando. It's an honor to have you all make the trek over here and spend your day with us. We really benefit from the international recognition that you bring, and certainly in 2012 with the 50th Rolex 24, which is widely regarded as one of the 2 major 24-hour events in the world. We appreciate all the exposure we can get. I don't know if you have any questions about the facility or the events. Happy to answer any of those, but want to get you closer to lunch too. All right, so with that, Alana, you can introduce.
I just want to introduce Joe Barbosa. Let him, yes, thank you, Andrew. As always, Andrew's wonderful wealth of knowledge has been here forever, so if any of you have any questions after we get done eating lunch, by all means, go ahead and ask. I just wanted to introduce you to one of the drivers that'll be racing in the Rolex 24, and also for him to just tell you some of the things that he looks at when he's racing out there. We won't be long. Joe will also join us up in the tower, where he can talk a little bit more about some of the turns and stuff like that. So you just want to tell him who you race with and stuff like that?
Hi, thanks for coming. It's a great place here at Daytona. First time I came here actually was kind of funny because I wasn't even thinking about racing here. I was racing in Europe, and there was a dog track around here, and there was a big stand for a dog track. And then I jumped inside and I saw the racetrack, and I was amazed. I'm sure you guys can feel all the energy once you come inside this racetrack, and it's really, really cool. It was a great opportunity to race here. I've been racing with Action Express for a few years. This year is going to be the 50th Rolex. It's going to be, I think, big year for Grand Am. I'm going to race with the new Corvette TP cars. So they look amazing. I don't know if anyone has the opportunity to see those pictures. It's going to be a great year. Action Express is ready. I was yesterday seat fitting on the new car, the new Corvette, and I can't wait to be here. We're going to test on the 6th and 7th of December. So we're really looking forward for this opportunity, and I'm not going to take long. I mean, everybody's.
Does anybody have any
hungry.
questions
If you have
for Joe?
any questions, I'll be glad to answer anything.
I'm going to ask you that Martin Brundle says that the 24 hours of Le Mans is easy compared to a 24 hours of Daytona because there are so many changes, there's so much action.
I mean, actually,
and I was very surprised when he said it.
I'm not really surprised. I said that many times to a lot of people. I think physically, mentally, this race it's more difficult than Le Mans. With Le Mans, you have higher speeds, the cars are faster, but you have long straights where you can at least relax for a couple of seconds. You know, the Le Mans it's very demanding track because it's a road course and it's a closed racetrack. But all those long straights give you some time to breathe and to think and to concentrate. Here, you have sometimes 60 cars, you have GT traffic every lap, you have DP cars every lap, and you have to keep your concentration 100% all the way around the racetrack. And you have no time to breathe. Even on the banking, you have to be extremely cautious about it. So it's very, very hard. I agree with that opinion 100%.
Well, why don't you guys go ahead and grab lunch, and again, Joe is going to join us up in the tower.
Thank you, Joe.